Somebody could be saying childish. Again, symbolism is a thing of everything. Also, there's about to be questions about what is it that you are not able to do. And I'm getting, it's not nothing you're not able to, especially when you put your mind to it. So someone could be somebody could be leaving in April. Can you play the maracas? I can play that. Somebody is definitely in their mind. Someone is being treated unfair. It could be under an alias. Somebody could be recognizing like somebody could do everything, or you could talk about anything, or you know about a whole bunch of different things. It could be like a politician that's just like, dang, what is it? But for somebody is going through it in the background, somebody you may not be aware of it. Somebody that just entered is talking nonsense. I don't know what's up, but onward. But somebody was being treated unfair. Everything. Folks know you know things. They're just not sure how much you know about something. Some folks could be feeling shamed and embarrassed at this time. Bears sting bears. So this could be like a church group or some folks that claim to be church or ethical. About five people, or it could be like five people within someone's family, or family group or unit or whatever. Barbados, Dominica, full security, federal and military police and sheriff, SWAT, and U.S. Marshals. So something's about to go down. Bruh, somebody foster mom or foster dad or somebody's dead. Also, it's about to be a conversation of somebody realizing like, them folks didn't have to lie like that. What are these people? Somebody could be always talking about a leg tattoo, or somebody got a leg tattoo as well. Excuse me. Or somebody could be talking about when did somebody get this or afford it. A school director. So, oh, okay. A school director is going to end up getting like three people that they know arrested. Somebody born between 1967 and 1979. They could be from Latin America, Latin American, or they could be talking about somebody, or like somebody who sat down recently and had a conversation with someone in an office, white collar job. Somebody made some type of remark recently and it was recorded. Okay, this is like chestnut group. This is a female. They always know somebody drama. Somebody gonna be confronted with this. Like, dang, how you know this person's business? Like, well, how you know they said that? Then how you know about this then? So why you always calling us with this? Somebody fit to get confronted with it. It's a female, or it could be a man, the active female-ish that need to seek deep therapy. Ain't no shame in it. It's like being upset about a person. Like, I reckon you may be happy, or somebody just hate the fact that somebody is happy or at peace, or it's like you shouldn't be. This is also someone that was taking someone's creativity or expected a person to be like sad, depressed. They could have a Greek tattoo, Roman numerals or something like that. They got these type of tattoos on them. Childlike, somebody or somebody could be considered like somebody childlike energy or something like that. sports industry. So there's a white male psychologist from Kentucky that could have been having a conversation, or the person who was in the sports industry was hired by um, someone from Kentucky that a person could have met on Facebook dating when Facebook dating was up. The person that was from the sports industry that was dealing with the white male psychologist is this is like the clinical research of like passing the buck of military people that could have been involved in this. So the person from the sports industry that got relatives from Kentucky, they could have had got their connections from this person from Montana, Wyoming, Oregon, Washington, or Colorado. So whoever got this, they could have met on Facebook dating. So Penn Credit Union Bank is where they got paid through this. This is also those who have been talking about someone's content, creativity. They could also been like affiliates or alumni from a fraternity. Okay. Greek prince is usually coming from those of fraternity brothers, frat brothers. 5 different chapters of these people, but from Kentucky. Heavy on this Bowling Green. But I'm getting frat. I'm not picking up on like a Masonic lodge, but it also could be a Masonic lodge. Somebody could have been part of a band, college band, high school band, or a band teacher, instructor. Sports newscasting. Casting, Creighton. McAllister. It's like if these people had to communicate, it's like utilizing like certain last names on the paperwork. So like if they got to signal out to talk to someone and like they got to speak in code when it comes to talking about the person, they will use like a last name. That's usually amongst like society or agencies. But whoever, someone who felt that they had like the hand in the pot or the leg up in it in this situation, they may have felt like the person wouldn't know about the ins and out of the inside of an organization. Someone could be attempting to do another like a honey trap. It's another honey trap looking to be set up again. But also it's like getting a person caught up in something else as well. So this is like Facebook dating, Badoo, Tinder, Hinge, Tammy, Grinder, like wherever it is, it's like a honey trap. Like if they can get it from any one of the angles, but it's like one key detail is Cavendish, Richard Cavendish. So they using the methodology of what this person used. Like I read some of his books. One of the books I don't ever really finish because it gets a little bit disturbing, but it's like the method is useful when you're looking to, you can do it to individuals at a time. So you would literally have to do like a close proximity study, but with the internet now, you can really like utilize it with the person, meet them maybe 3 times. And after you meet them 3 times, after that, you will know any other interactions in between that time. You will have to literally keep a close eye, like social media, telephone conversations, just to like keep a watchful eye on the ground of the person and how they do type of things, or see how far they would go. But the like It's like a summonings, subpoena. I don't like this. Because it's really giving like somebody just like going as far as that they can with it. Someone's last name is Navarez. Huckle. Harriman or Harmony. Somebody could also use Harmony, the dating site. Is it called Harmony or something like that? Christians, and then they got like a herpes and HIV dating app or something like that. Like somebody's taking somebody's email and utilizing doing that. This Aquarius, somebody could be born in like the last week of January or the first 2 weeks of February that came up with this idea. Why would they do it? Like, it's the intentions behind it is just to make something look a particular way. Sales and marketing, they could work in the sales marketing department, or they can work with logistics, trucking companies. Because I'm picking up on like business plazas. Different, like about 5 different business plazas, or somebody could be within a 5-mile radius or pinging to like a business plaza, or where some people could be at that could be involved in this, because analytically figuring out how somebody is trading this information or trading to do something very underhanded. It's like selling a person front stream in front of people, but to make it seem like it's not as extreme as it really be. This is like trafficking front hand but underhand at the same time. Whoever this person is, they're in their 60s. For sure. Someone's going to get caught buying or renting. So it could be a real estate agent, or they could be like, be close to a person with the MLS. And 10 times out of 10, whenever you got access to the MLS, or you a broker, you know, with certain brokers, whenever they get houses that take a long time not getting sold. So if they ain't sold over, you know, a year or something like that, and the people leave the country, go somewhere else. So they'll usually use the house as like a market value to go ahead and get some type of revenue. And it's like, okay, well, if you're not willing to do this, we'll make a contract. It's like making a subcontract or an underwritten contract with each other to say that they'll do like the ins and out of fixing the house. So after they get the first 9 people come in to stay in these Airbnbs, like they're making it into an Airbnb, but AKA a rental, or like particular like subleasing, without trying to make it subleasing, if that makes sense. Somebody's name could be Lindsay, first, middle, or last name. Mackenzie, Kennedy. It's Ritz Investments. I was speaking about that earlier too. Because these are people that like to, like, okay, if I take them off of here, if I go ahead and hop into their comments, this is gone. Throw them off to do that. If I sit there and make conversation with them, it's like, no, the same thing is going to come out regardless if you do it or not. One of these could be whoever's 60 years old. It can be like a black female that was old high school friends, old neighborhood that they could have been renting from, that did this real estate sales and marketing company with this older woman, or they could have had like a husband or a relative that could work at a credit union bank. And one of these people called their old frat brothers to help them with this. Somebody like to use that word skank. They're so skanky. Like, don't pick and choose. This is also somebody who covered up a record. Say if it was a black person and they got like a very common name, Cynthia, Sandy, Regina, or something like that. This person got off like some years ago, and it's a black woman, but the name can seem common, like a white woman. This person, instead of them getting the charge or the time or what it is that a black person would get on the charge, they charged them under the alias of a name as if they were white. So it's like at that time, if somebody went back to go look at it, this person's information address would have been like, well, hold up. I looked at this. It was a black person living in this house. Well, nobody white living in this address at this time. But who was the written partner of it? Someone's going to discover that this person's old high school friend or old neighborhood is either like a prosecutor, a judge, a lawyer, or something like that. That's the reason why somebody was able to get away with something. Somebody could be using a Hoyer or needed to get a Hoyer recently, or work in a nursing home, hospice, or they could have got like a grant from like the state, military, government funds to get a Hoyer in the home. State funds. They thought this was funny too. And if they are an affiliate with like either a fraternity, Mason Lodge, or whatever, it's based out of Kentucky. It's like Louisville, Lexington, something like that. Somebody fit to get questioned, because it's like, should it be nice? I'm gonna let that rock. Because I feel like if this person did something, say like this is like an old marriage or something like that, this was like their way to get away with something. But whoever this person is, like I said, they could be in their 60s for sure. Or they definitely in their 60s, anywhere from 60 to 81 years old. But with this 1981, between 1981 and 89, this person was married to somebody that could have been in the military or something like that. And they was in them streets. Somebody could have also had a friend that was born 1940 to 1950. They could have had got into some trouble when they was like 20 to 29, or they could have groomed some people or some kids that's 20 to 29. So it's like debutantes, gyms, like, you know how you do the early initiation before you get initiated in, grooving them. But this is like a person that feel like, well, they ain't got no evidence of none of this. They could say this all day long, but they ain't got no evidence of this. Whoever it was just like really feeling like, oh, they ain't got no evidence of this. So, well, we can keep on listening or whatever. It's like, they gonna dismiss this and they gonna dismiss that. Whoever the person is, that could be between the age of 20 to 29 or whatever the case may be. This could have been like racist or whatever. It's like, oh, that's why they didn't get this. It's like a lot of things going on. This is also a person that they could be concealing that they were, somebody's name could be Priscilla, Precious. Oh, that's cute. Somebody could be like trying to make a joke in the group chat. Oh, here come Precious. If you ain't ever seen the movie Precious, like Where the Chicken, but it's like at the end of the movie, you know, it was very disrespectful with that. If anybody had picked on her, she was going through it and had 2 kids, but one was from the father and she was getting touched on. Her mom was getting a state check or whatever. And then she ended up contracting HIV or whatever due to her mom's like neglect. Yeah, somebody could be making a butt of the joke. Also, they could be talking about a child's passing. So it's like somebody could be talking about a person's braces. They could be talking about something that happened between somebody when it was like 20 to 29 years old. They being compared to Precious, and they could also be talking about a passing of a child. Oh, they went through DV, they got rid of this. It's like really trying to tell somebody else's story and they don't have the facts. So it's like, well, I got the facts from off of here, and they said this and they said that, and this is this and this and that. So is you lying? Is you lying? And it's like, first of all, you look weird doing that. I mean, to me, that would be weird. Somebody could be a real estate agent for sure. Or they could have been like, well, my son, like, if this is like, my his mama was having, well, my son got this. First of all, who paid for it for him to do it? And then second of all, he didn't do it. He did it for like 30 days, paid for all of that. He could have transferred it to like Colorado and chose not to. That boy is lazy. He wants somebody to take care of him, and it's not a woman. And if the woman's going to pay for it, he going to stay with him, okay? Somebody's dealing with a down low woman, female. Because I feel like this man, if he was on the down low, he was getting exposed already. If he ain't did it if it wasn't done last Thursday, it'll be this Thursday. Because somebody's gonna post online about text messages, feelings of romance, desires. Somebody also gonna show some anger because somebody gonna confront a person. Like if y'all are dealing with a female that's doing something real underhanded and it's an older female, start bringing up something you see them, they gonna crack under the pressure. So whatever it is that you're gonna end up bringing back to this person in their face, they will literally crack under pressure. I swear to God, they will. Because this is like somebody that felt like they was getting all these obstacles onto or doing something to somebody. As a matter of fact, today is Tuesday. So today something could go on between 10 and 1, 7-Eleven or a sitco. This is also somebody gonna call these people some sickos. Like, how you knew that they went to this place? Like, somebody is a lurker, certified lurker. If they had to drive anywhere from like 10 to 11 hours to go somewhere from where they live to where another person lived, for another person, they drove, it's like 9 to like 13 hours to where another person lived. They was willing to bust that drive just to stalk a person. But it's like even deeper than that. Like, it's going to be like, I'm just seeing somebody like, you really went that far to do something like that? Like, it's that crucial. But also on Tuesday, somebody wants to be you, a copycat, jealous and envious. It's going to be found out on Tuesday. Also, it's like a fake thread that somebody did because it's like, they ain't have to do all of that. It's like, I don't know how y'all sit there and listen to somebody keep bringing up something about another person. First of all, shut the F up. Secondly, put them on the phone. All this that you saying, let's ask them. How about that? Because now you ain't fit to call me every day with that. This is a person that always talking about it's in the money, in the money, in the money. See, I'm getting my money from the Forex and all this other stuff. Did you see them shout me out on the live and like lame? Somebody like to gloat about like stupid stuff. But to them, it might be the greatest thing. So I am not here to judge nobody, but like for somebody that is getting very annoying. Also, somebody could be like overcompensating, like, see, I ain't gay. I just had another baby. I got some twins on the way. Or I got this on the way. And it's like, how is it every time when people get close to something and we asking question about is you fish and you always got a baby on the way? That right there will be too sus for me. First of all, let me see that phone. And if such and such on this side of town know that you be over here and they quick to mention your name, oh yeah. Y'all, yeah. Yeah, you gotta know it. Certain people start asking certain questions that you already know you be suspicious about. Somebody was like, hold up, let me pay attention. Somebody could also be analyzing about somebody wanting to like copy another person. It's like the swag, the way somebody talk. One of these people could be born in the month of February, November, or April. Someone is interested because somebody is single. These people ain't out here single. Is you single? Is you single? Okay, because whoever been out here is like their only go-to is like, they got a disease. Don't go talk to them because they got this and they got that. One of these people that could have did that, a corrupt pastor or a church. It's usually people from there. That's why I ain't never trusted folks in the church. They be doing the most trifling stuff. When they go to church and they be trying to be super strict to the Bible, what's your testimony? I want to know your testimony. And 10 times out of 10, if they try to avoid certain parts of that testimony, 100 times out of 10, they some messy folks and they gonna backslide. Because whatever it is they did and they refused, well, I mean, the Lord had checked. Don't sit there and blame the Lord about nothing. You're going to go to hell with gasoline draws, okay? Is you choosing red or is you choosing orange? Do you need some nip tips or what? Or do you need a bunny tail? Because don't do that. Don't you do that. A corrupt pastor that could have had ties with a cartel. Now this person is self-destructing because this is like, listen, money is money, okay? But don't be sitting there thinking it's funny and being in denial. Like this person ain't who they are and this person ain't. And then you done went out your way to do surveillance. You went out your way to stalk this person. The harshest thing in the reality is at any given moment I'm seeing that I'm putting you in isolation for one. Two, you're not around nobody. Three, I'm on your gadgets and everything else that you do. So it ain't no way in saying you are able or capable to know everything that you spewing out of your mouth, other than if somebody's telling you. And the fact that I know ain't nobody telling you because I know you isolated by yourself, you don't trust nobody, and ain't nobody around you. Why is you still in denial about what it is that a person is capable of doing? I got questions. I'm just curious. Because this is a person that is very gung-ho of saying like, that person ain't got no talent, this person ain't got no skills. Well, they scroll on TikTok all day. Well, they scroll on this all day. First of all, I ain't got no Instagram, I ain't got no Facebook, I ain't got no other platform. And even then, I keep it very strict on about what it is that I pay attention and I watch. Third of all, I don't talk to people. And plus, I know based off of my own personal real life experience, because you've refused that it's experience because you feel like someone's supposed to experience it in a particular way. You weird. And then you getting mad at the same person that you sitting there trying to provoke some type of reaction, because this person is very reactive. How are you trying to get the reaction out of a person that is going to usually come out of you, and you still in denial about they lying, they ain't speaking the truth, but you getting triggered? Because if I wouldn't ever get triggered if it wasn't the truth. They ain't talking about nothing. But I'll sit here and watch it though, just for, shits and giggles. Because it's not true, right? I'm not going to be triggered because what you're saying ain't got no truth to it. I don't resonate with it. It ain't sitting with me, and it ain't touching my spirit, right? But whoever this corrupt pastor is, it is literally making them have a conniption, okay? This is way worse than a child that had to take a boo-boo and wipe their butt all day and talk about my butt itch. And this is what this person is really having an issue with. Like, I refuse to feel like you and two. I refuse that God is talking to you. I refuse that you know what it is that you know. I refuse to say that you're going through what you're going through and you still know what we're doing. I refuse. So I'm going to keep doing this. If this is a man and you the person with this man, which kind of bra he like? Does he like the silk ones, the cotton ones, the sports bras? If it's a woman, does she like femmes? Does she like them butch? You know what I'm saying? It's really giving. But what are you refusing? Like, somebody is really like wanting to undermine a situation, and it ain't nothing to undermine. It's right here in their face. And they self-destructing. But also the worst part of it is anyone that's doing business with this person at this time, it's bad for business. Because it's like everybody that's involved in it, like, you can tell when a lot of people is starting to pull away from whoever this is. People are pulling away because it's like, shoot, because the more that I'm close to whoever this so-called corrupt pastor is, and if this, cartel is like, okay, well, what happens when we pull away and we ain't doing no more business or conversing with them? These people here are realizing like, oh, dang, ain't no more of our business coming out. Ain't no more hostility towards the person. So my business or what it is that I got going on, that goes away. But who this corrupt pastor in church or whoever these folks is causing more people's information to get out because they conversing with all these other people. So if these pastors in this church is conversing with these politicians, guess what? Any secrets, and if it's some hostility, your business is going to come out due to the fact because these folks want to keep being persistent and insistent on refusing on whatever it is that they either going towards people, talking about, wanting to undermine. The more they keep undermining, the more going to come out. That's just karmic law. That's spiritual law. Whether they want to, they honor their religious. I ain't respecting somebody that swear up and down their religion and you can't respect the spirit. Because how you gonna sit there and the Father and the Spirit and the Holy Ghost? You disrespectful, C-U-N-T. If you ain't gonna sit there and act like you acknowledge the spirit, then you already know you aggravating the spirit by sitting there and disregarding it. Now you got to self-destruct. Somebody's evil ancestors is coming through. Disliking somebody is very kind. And it's like somebody you sitting there messing with somebody kind little baby on earth, and now they got to sit here and get busy with you. A real estate agent. One of these real estate agents was a black man with a bald head with a beard. He said, I don't want no parts of it no more. He said, I don't want no parts. I don't want to do this no more. Because pretty with no soul, some thieves, scammers, and Backpage. Because they could have been putting somebody on Backpage trying to make it seem like, oh, they a drug, they this, they turned out, they're this, whatever. First of all, how you going to sit there saying somebody turned out and you're desperate to get some attention and you got to go pay for it? And you paying for it with the tithes and offering. You supposed to be sitting there getting another plot of land for the church. And yeah, you sitting there, oh, Mr. Charlie. And meeting up at the hotel room like, ooh, let me go ahead and bend it over and grab your ankles, baby. And then you get mad. It don't make sense. Now you're sitting here trying to delete evidence and stuff like that and acting like you ain't participating in anything. Oh, I didn't do anything. This is also somebody that could have been sleeping with the church accountant. Or somebody could have wanted the church treasury position. The female accountant stalking and alerting since November or December, trying to hope, or also somebody go find out if an accountant is pregnant that was either just had a baby in November or December. Or they recently just now got pregnant again or something like that, trying to delete their evidence of participating or even having a back page. Because they could be pregnant by a black man with a bald head, or a real estate agent, or this pastor. Because somebody has some Pastor Charlie. You didn't have to her like that. You didn't have to do it like that. Somebody, an accountant that you don't even have no dealings with, or they could know of you, but they want to be a public enemy too. Okay? They could have did something on December 3rd. December 3rd to December 15th. Or a phone conversation that was recorded around then. Also, this person could have met up with somebody on March 15th. Or they could have just found out that they got pregnant on March 15th. One of the two. But somebody about to find out. It's like, I'm pregnant. And it's okay, congratulations, honey. Hopefully that man can be there. But we don't care. A female private investigator. Somebody could have a private investigator that's supposed to be doing their job and they're doing the complete opposite job. This would be a private investigator that would be stalking the clients but harassing them at the same time. How are you doing it? This is a person who they hired. Somebody's name could be Jeanette. Okay, somebody could be from Marietta. Okay, public enemy, private investigator, a female. That was hired from last year. For somebody in 2023, they was hired. They could have did a job for the same person in 2003, 2015, 2018, as well as 2021, 2023, and last year. So currently, if this private investigator is still doing something, they could have been doing this with the female accountant December 3rd and March 15th. So they could have reported back some false information just to keep doing this. So this could be somebody's confirmation, like, dang, either you got a phone call, you was doing something with business and something went kind of wonky, and it was like, well, I didn't say nothing like that, or I didn't report no type of information like that, and you did it, but you're gonna end up finding out that whoever this female private investigator, somebody's accountant, especially if you got a female accountant, they was reporting back some wrong information for somebody. Somebody is banging somebody's husband. Okay? Somebody is banging somebody's husband. And it's like sitting in your face smiling like, yeah. Or it's like, it's something about a demeanor that a person is showing you intentionally that they are undermining you. Anyone with ill intent, they're going to be facing some severe accidents or some passing. So if one of these people just got pregnant, they about to have a horrible miscarriage. Especially if they just got pregnant from March 15th prior. Oh, they about to lose that. It's either going to be a stillborn or a very harsh, like very pain, or they're going to have a very complicated like pregnancy where they're going to have to stay in the bed. You know how they got to stitch up the area to keep the uterus tight. Somebody going to have to go through that. It's because the evil intent about whatever it is, it's like they wanted to keep doing something out of spite. And whoever this person is, they're going to try to come after a person. Somebody could be born at something about March 9th or September 3rd. So September 3rd to March 9th. Okay, they could have had friends that were active duty of what? Active duty and what? Because this private investigator female of a federal worker. Oh, so this person, this female private investigator could have been lurking on a federal worker. So there's going to be a federal worker watching me at this time. But however, if this is a private investigator female and you end up receiving an email as a federal worker, I'm going to give you a little play on whoever this female person is. She did some incest anyway. And and the person that's going to end up losing the baby, they'll be grateful anyway. Because shoot, they pregnant by like one of their kinfolks. So who gives two shits? I mean, they'll be okay. But that's one of your aha. So even if you're going to be pissed off, just always have that in the back of your mind. Like, bitch, that's why you was pregnant about this. Like, remember that. Like, I'm telling you, see, they slept with your sister. So whoever this is, this private investigator or this federal worker, it sounds real licking Lizzie-ish, okay? It's sounding real licking Lizzie-ish, okay? So this female is dealing with another female, but they like to keep it secret that they don't like to. If this is a transgender man, he likes to sleep with women. He loves him some women. He'll sleep with a man or for a few or whatever, but the man is just for the money. He don't want no man. He want a woman. He's dressed like a woman, everything. Oh, I'm a transgender lesbian. Keep that in the back of your head. Also, it's a transgender that's sitting there messing with their cousin. So if they is messing with a man, that man is his cousin. So remember that, because if this other female, this is a person that could have been trying to call someone a HOE or just always saying it, especially something about October, April, March, okay? Or somebody's name could be April, okay? Somebody's name could be Lizzie, Elizabeth. They real heavy on trying to like mixing the information. Somebody did something on like December 3rd, bruh. January 12th, the 15th. Go back and check and see what it is. Somebody is literally sleeping with an enemy. Somebody right now, like I know this is nothing to do with me because I ain't been sleeping with nobody over a year. It's been, 2-3 years before I've been around any man to be sleeping with them, to be with me in a home, anything. So, somebody you sleeping with an enemy. That's a HOE. Also, somebody is sleeping with somebody's adopted mom, or they sleeping with somebody's dad. So, this could be a step parent. Someone don't leave the club with someone. It's a setup, especially if you met them around anywhere between October and now. It's a setup. If you leave the club, it's going to be set up. These people are very much so low vibrations, even though like I'm getting somebody that's like, oh, okay, you can be working through certain things, but somebody, oh, okay, so it could be the intent of inviting you out to lift you up. but it's a low vibrational intent behind this. Hello from the other side. Someone passed on. So somebody either gonna take something or drink something, and it's gonna be like a flash of you seeing or hearing the voice of a passed on relative, a grandma, some type of family member. Also, whoever is family member to clone someone's phone, they fit to pass on though, because I feel like somebody won't leave somebody alone. This is also a family member who cloned somebody's phone, who's been going around saying that somebody has HIV. And for somebody, you do not have HIV. And whoever could have spread this, somebody, you're going to be press charges and sue them for defamation of character and slander. For somebody, if you had like more than 3 relatives say this, you can sue each individual. And for somebody, for each individual, I feel like whoever it is, when you sue these relatives for saying that you have HIV, or they could have paid people to clone your phone, or they had people on public platforms like mention your name or try to give characteristics of indirect of saying that you had HIV. Somebody be fully aware, as soon as you press charges and you get ready to put them in the courthouse, you getting 13 million out of 3 of them. So it's 13 million each person. Because I'm getting someone's going to either come in after the first person. It's like each person's going to have to pay you 13 million. Somebody, you might end up getting out of that whole entire case for just them mentioning that you have this and slandering you, $143 million. This is how serious it is for them to spread around that you have HIV. They shouldn't have lied. They could have also lied and spread this around to make sure that people wouldn't want to date you, or they said that you mess around and things like that, and said that you got HIV, or it's like, I hope they catch HIV. They keep, like, they put it in text messages, video calls. They could have made up fake threads. They could have put somebody's information on like Backpage and things like that. Somebody been out here talking on a person, cloning their phone to see if you go state to state, city to city, if you fly places, whatever the case may be. But the word on the street is they've been saying since 2023 or up to currently, because I'm getting March 16th, they could have said this again, that you got HIV. Go ahead and put them in the court, because somebody could feel like you're not going to sue them. But I'm getting like somebody, it's a lot of evidence that's going to come in, but somebody's going to literally get up to 143 million based off of that situation. And then like it's some other type of information that's going to come up that this person or whoever they could have had involved in it will have to come out another extra, like maybe over 160, if not 100. Somebody might get up to like 300 million out of this situation. For whatever this is, if this is cloning a phone, if this saying you got HIV, if they said that you passed on, you depressed, you strip at a club, you're not a good parent, you a HOE, you an enemy, don't sleep with them, you commit incest, you a fed, you a licking Lizzie. Your folks was out here saying this, and they hired a private investigator, and the private investigator lied. So somebody, you might get lucky if somebody giving you the information of who the private investigator is, they're going to have to like forfeit their license, or they're going to end up going to prison anyway. They could have been trying to make you a public enemy. Because I'm getting like somebody like, oh, I'm going to keep this over their head. So long as they don't know this, I can keep them around and act like I'm their friend. So when this money come in and this bread come in, I'm going to act like I'm their friend or whatever. Get them all. Line them up. Suited and booted. And go ahead and scooter booted and get your money. Because don't play with these, and don't even share your money with none of them. None of them. Like, first of all, how you going to disrespect a person? You're fully aware. You sat there and heard somebody say that, versus let me bang your line, kinfolk, and hey, you know your mama saying this, or you know your granny saying this, you know your ex-husband, you know your little yeah said this, or you know they putting out here in the street that you got this stuff. So that's why people were sitting there and they saying you meeting, discreeting, and you selling your body and you getting this. Like, for me, that ain't nothing new. I lived it. Currently living it. Still go through it. But the funniest thing is sometimes the same people that sit there and do it and so bad that they're guilty of saying that, they ain't gonna ever approach you. Because 10 times out of 10, when they know that you can get into some money, they're gonna sit there and try to hold on to the situation. They're gonna keep quiet. And they'll be like, and they're gonna wait until they know that you getting ready to get the information on the lawsuit or something getting ready to come in, or you getting ready to hit the law with whatever it is. The only probably disadvantage you may have is that you may not have the paperwork of physical evidence of what they said. But if your intuition is telling you and you know how your folks move, 100 times out of 100, you're gonna be able to go ahead and smack them with a ruler tooter. While they sitting there trying to play Tutti Frutti all Rudy, and you ain't no little Richard screaming around him. Now they want to be your friend, all buddy. Oh, we family. Man, F that family. We wasn't no blood, we wasn't no kin, we wasn't nothing when you was out here in these streets talking about I'm this, so you want to mess up my love life? You want to mess up that I'm getting a chance and opportunity to get a job and everything? You want people to see me as an enemy? You gonna sit here and try to make somebody look like they out here looking for problems and they don't care for it? Like, you really gotta make it make sense. Make it make sense. I've been through it. Because the funniest thing is, be like, they are troublemakers. First of all, I gotta go want to look for the trouble. Okay? I don't care for people, so that will require for me to have to be fully invested in gossip and be in people's face, wanting to be on the phone all day long and all this other nonsense. And the fact that when you're not involved with none of that stuff, that's when people sit there and they want to find every which way possible to make your foundation feel a little funny because they uncomfortable because you won't make them comfortable. So I'm going to say you got AIDS. I'm going to say you got HIV. I'm going to say that you get around. I'm going to call you a HOE. You know what's the funniest thing? It's usually the ones that got something going. You got a good head on your shoulder. You got a nice look. You keep up with your health. You know how to keep up with a job. And it needs to be the same ones that want to go out there and try to say that this is what you do. God forbid that you cute. That's why I was like, shoot, apparently ain't nothing ugly on me. Because if I was an ugly broad, trust and believe me, you wouldn't even go out your way to make sure that it is. You got to be a high-class man or a high-class woman for somebody to go out their way to go do something like that. But also it gets real intimidating in the waters. Oh, they mean, they feisty, they fight. Yeah, baby, because you already know what it is. That's why you won't step. A real stepper, they don't mind. They're going to protect themselves. And real men ain't going to fear it because it's going to be like, come here, little thing. You let me go ahead and make me caress you. You right. Is you guessing? You's right. I ain't never seen nobody sit there and go all out their way for an ugly person. No disrespect to the people that got, have hard on looks and things like that. But you got to be a very beautiful person. That's how you know you beautiful. That's how you know you beautiful. That's how you know you handsome. That's how you know you got that swag. That's how you know you about your business when they got to go out their way to do it. But the beauty is, shoot, you can go out there and throw fists all day long. I can go throw fists with you all day long. But I'm too cute. I'm in my cute girl area and now I don't want to crash out no more. I don't crash out no more. I don't react no more. Now I get real hilarious. Oh, you want to tell a joke? Okay, I want to make sure that invite me to the party before you get ready to try to go do all this stuff. And don't let it get liquor because, baby, it gets real, real hilarious. But it's going to be a whole bunch. You wait for liquid courage and, baby, I'm looking for liquid funny. We're not the same. We're not the same. Is your husband in the room? Is your husband in the room? Because it seems like, because I'm going to teach you what messy is. But it ain't messy when you're telling the truth, though. You see? It ain't messy when you got truth. Oh, they lying, you know they crazy. It's usually the person that they always swear up and down is lying. But if you ever notice that when they call somebody lying or crazy, that person is not in the room. Those are people that I learned not to ever listen to that always swear up and down. They are lied, they this, and this. Why they not in the room when you say it? Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't no messy person when you tell the truth. Most of the time, the person who tells the truth is going to be perceived as the messy person. You immature because you speak the truth. You a lie because you know the truth. You disrupting the home because you got the proof. Everybody concerned about what you got going on when you drop your drawers or what's between your thighs when it's the truth. When it's the truth. You mad at me because it get wetter naturally, or you got to go over there, go pop some pills, and go get a rejuvenation steroid from the physical therapist? Look. Try again. Don't get mad at me because you prolapsing. And you got to clench your cheeks and go get an enema. My bad. I didn't think about it before I said it. Or did I? Try again. I like my booty hole tickle, but at least my booty hole ain't dropping out the back. It's like, why you come home with your pants with the butthole all bracked out? Again, carry on. Folks know you know what's going on, but it's like, bitch, I'll tell you a joke, but I ain't gonna tell you no lie. The fuck? What do I gain from you from telling you a lie? Is there something about dignity or something? Like, do I gain, what the hell do I gain from you by telling you a lie? I'm just looking, I'm looking for it. Sharita, say something nice. I'm looking for it. Bitch, I'm not nice already. It's bad enough. That's why I refuse to socialize. When you ain't got nothing nice to say, you shut the heck up, right? The same way that when you're angry, you shouldn't ever talk to people when you're angry, right? Because when you talking angry, you end up saying some things that you ain't got no business saying, and then when you say it, ain't no taking it back, and you don't know how much damage you done already created. And even then, 10 times out of 10, you are already speaking on how you really feeling. And when you end up speaking on how you really feeling, what end up happening? Well, it's going to go one or two ways, possibly three. If I really start speaking on how I really feeling, either I'm going to lose you, fight you, or we going to jail. Because this situation can go from 0 to prison really quick, or we can just really just talk it out. And first of all, I would rather calm down. But the fact that I'm fully aware that I ain't got nothing nice to say, it's in my best interest to be quiet. And when you're fully aware, like I'm fully aware I'm a mean person. So what is the nicest thing for me to ever do? Isolate. I don't want to be bothered. And I don't like your friends, and I don't want to mess up what you got going on, because if that's your reality, that's your reality. Whether it's, my kids, my friends, relatives, whatever, that is your reality. I'm not going to disturb your reality. But also, I'm 100% aware that the false reality that you may be creating amongst those, as if it's the virtual reality, that there's a possibility that I might say something that can mess that up. I don't want to mess up your world, because it's not what? None of my business. It's not none of my business. But it becomes my business when you're including me in something that I had nothing to be in the first place. And now you become the nosy person that's all up in somebody else's business when you ask not to be included in the first place. Why is my name here and I'm nowhere near? No. Questions that you sometimes have to be considering. But moral of the story is, ain't nobody talking about somebody looking like Bushwick off of Hal Quacks of the butt of somebody else's butt. And when you start to notice that it's usually very beautiful or good looking people, oh, they got that package, they got that stuff or this, but they usually try to do that when that person is not around. And it's very covert, right? Y'all call it covert narcissists, but you got to be able to know what the tactics is and what's the intentions and how they want to utilize it. And then when you start telling them people about themselves, you start realizing, oh, why they questioning me? Covert people do not like to be questioned, especially once they already had got you to go along with whatever it is that they had going on. They do not like you to come back and start questioning them about what it is that they really did. What they really did, what they really said, how they got you to go along with it. Start questioning a person that's real covert. Or bring up something that you fully aware of that they be doing wrong. that you seen that the other person was doing right and they was doing really good, and say that you went along with a person, a covert person, when you bring it up to their face, bring it up either when y'all together in a room or when y'all chilling and stuff like that, start bringing up a person who's not in the room. I guarantee you will start seeing them wilding out and their true intention will show you. Oh, isn't that crazy? Didn't I already say Eduardo or Eddie? I was waiting for this fool to come on in here. That's so cute. Talking about, what is you yapping about? I didn't get a chance to yap about you getting bent over. Telling your buds to go ahead and bareback you. I didn't get a chance to yap about that yet. A stalker that be at your door at night over the last 7 days, giving me stalker vibes. If you don't know what my name means, apparently you don't know how to read. Good riddance. Go pick up a dictionary, Sugarfoot. Let me put you on block while you at it, okay? Because you ain't to work my nerves. So back to regular programming. But anytime you need to know what a narcissist, that's also a person that could like to be harasser or a bully or trying to be part of a militia or a group or organization. That is a key thing. But ain't nothing to a chicken wine. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and fry it, skillet, saucy. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little ranch, a little blue cheese, or whatever your dip is. That person had too much dip on his chip. Yeah, working with friends. Also, somebody you gonna something about forensics. Somebody forensics. So who fingerprints got found on something? Also plotted on something that could happen over the next 7 days. Somebody got a female stalker. Somebody been stalking the heck out of somebody over the last 7 days. What y'all be doing out here in the world? Is it work? Somebody that could be Misty, a Mini, a Mickey, or Minnie. Hey, Mickey. Oh, somebody slipped somebody a Mickey. Somebody could have a video of somebody slipping a person a Mickey. Child. Somebody could want to accuse somebody of being a rapist. Oh, Jesus. Or they got a video of that, or somebody could have got pregnant by this person and it's like, if you ain't gonna leave, you gonna do this, I'm gonna go report you that you are a rapist. Child. Also, they could have bragged to this person about giving a person a Mickey. I'm getting like somebody could be hearing like reading these type of conversations as well. Somebody could have traveled to Texas, current or within the last 3 months, or planning to. They could have met this person from a Vote Tech, Civil Rights Act violation. The stalker at the door. Child, don't tell me the stalker like that. Look, these right here be the main reason why stand your ground comes in full effect. But also when it's this type of things, don't use your weapon, especially when you know if you can size them up very well. Don't use the weapon, okay? Don't use the weapon. Stand your ground should only be utilized in very severe situations, okay? I always advocate for yourself, your kids, and your beliefs. Because whoever the person is from Texas, somebody could be an alumni from Texas Tech. Okay. A whole bunch of hearts. Somebody is alumni from Texas Tech. Anything coming out of Texas is definitely going to be competition. And either they play football, okay? Football for sure, okay? That is the land of anything from Texas, like Mississippi, Texas, and stuff like that. Is guaranteed football, cheerleading, and track. Okay? Guaranteed. Baseball is, you see it more on the East Coast. But anything coming out of Texas, jizz. But Texas Tech, or somebody could have went to a Votech school, pharmacy tech, phlebotomist, or somebody had to get their GED or something like that. September 13th. Or something tied to September 13th. last Thursday or this coming Thursday with a money situation. Or whenever somebody receives some information about whatever happened with this money matter, some emotions about somebody seeing, or like how much information you could have known. The 5th. So somebody should have had received something around March 5th, or they could plan to do something on April 5th, but I feel like somebody may not be around, or somebody gonna end up going to court trying to plead the 5th in a matter about some money. This can happen on Thursday, or it happened last Thursday, or this upcoming Thursday. So everything I done spoke about. Okay, somebody could have told them that this was a job opportunity. Texas, yeah. Anyone with ill intent, we're facing severe accidents or passing by May or June, or in May or June, or somebody could be, born in May or June. They could have met up around at a gas station, a corner store, a bodega, smoke shop. Someone could be 5'5" to 5'9". Somebody, if they use somebody's ID, their height is off. It's like somebody's trying to say that they're 5'4", 5'5", or something like 5'9", and they really like 5'1". It's like, well, here it says that you're like 5'4", but right here, clearly I can, just looking at you, you like 5'1", 5'2". You know what I'm saying? Like, or, if somebody like 5'4", you put on some heels or something like that, you're going to be about 5'5", 5'6", just depending on what it is. It's like something ain't fitting. Getting out of jail or trying to bond out. Somebody trying to bond somebody out. Or somebody going to end up having to put somebody in jail in order to like escape or something like that. Wells Fargo Bank. I don't know. Someone you're way smarter than what you know. Or somebody could be like, well, somebody could be upset like, okay, so if you knew all of this all along, well, how come you ain't say nothing? Or like, who cares? First of all, it requires the person to really care that it mattered in the first place. And then secondly, God forbid that you could have been the person to confront them and ask them about it. And it's like, are you sure you're going to lie about it? Because, the moment you choose to go ahead and lie about this type of situation, do you know what the repercussions and consequences that come along with it? Also on top of the people who you dealing with. You sure? This is worse than a person. Don't get by on your own supply, right? Don't poop where you eat. Don't poop where you eat. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're smarter than you let on. How come you didn't? First of all, you didn't want to see it. This is like literally, I don't believe you. I don't trust you. You're a liar. And then you're believing the one people who putting you in the plot for the okie doke. To each is their own, no judgment. People eventually learn, but sometimes, you hate to see the situation where people learn when it's too late. But I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. You don't ever really know type of situation. So whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I'll be the first one to tell the person, don't sit there and just judge it based off of that, because you don't ever know what's really going on with the intel. So be careful to make sure you analyze and observe it efficiently, because sometimes you know what you know, But most of the time, these are people that will want to have the leverage of you to keep trying to ask them questions to figure it out so they can feel like, well, since I know this much about it in this situation, you ain't aware of it. And the fact that I haven't told you yet, and the fact that I got this information over you, then you going to still need me. So if a situation creates itself, then you going to call me first because you going to need my forgiveness. Even though I screwed you over, you need my forgiveness. So you going to have to reach out to me anyway. Plus, you are aware that I know that you know that we both know that I know something that you need to know or want to know. Lame. That's lame. It's like, just say it. Like, first of all, you prolonging it. Like, this is like stretching it. And then depending on who you doing it to, you got to be real careful with it, because with, if a person is a covert narc, a covert narc is literally a sociopath or a psychopath. It's just a very nice way to say a person is a sociopath or a psychopath in the nicest way. That's all covert narcissism is. But you just got to know which covert narcissist or psychopath you're dealing with. There's levels to that. Strategy. Are you a prodigy, or are you born in it, of it, and you know about it? Is you real to it and true to it? So it's not ever a strategy to a person who already is fully aware of the game. No one can ever pull a okie doke on you. You just got to be fully aware. Are they doing this short term, or are they in it for the long haul? So when they in it for the long haul, it's just solely up to you. How much of it are you willing to take on when they decide to do what it is that they do? How much can you tolerate? And in that tolerance of whatever it is, all right, do you have the mental, emotional, and psychological capacity to comprehend, to handle it, and make sure that you're still capable, and in the midst of it, still recalibrate your nervous system without crashing out and going from zero to prison really fast? Do you have that capacity? Also, do you know how to make sure how they come in? Do you know which level that you're dealing with? Are they the ones that is going to, did they progress over time when they did this? Were they the ones that went from doing this to animals to humans? Is there size and color preferences? Is there gender preferences? There's an object of choice outside of getting the money? Because of course, money is the motive for anything and most things. Of anything, money is going to guarantee be a motive in it. Outside of that, what was the motive behind them wanting this money of what it is that they're doing? Because it's either going to be temporary or it's going to be a long haul. But it's solely up to the person about what it is and what angle. But 10 times out of 10, when they're not able to accomplish certain things to get to it or get it done, your life is on the line. Now, are you a good fighter on all levels? Because now all levels come into play. It's so many levels. They can do poisoning. They can go, coming in, creeping into your crib. They can go in and watch you on the dark web, putting cameras in there. I want to make you feel uncomfortable while I watch you unrobe yourself. Oh, I might like the excitement. I mean, this is probably just as close as that I'm going to get to excitement of another physical body. But by all means, be my guest. But you greedy, be Esther. How dare you not share the money with me, you greedy bastard. It be certain things. I know I shouldn't laugh about that, but what else? But that's usually one of the go-tos. You just got to know what it is. Of course, gaslighting, passive aggressive type of things, behaviors. You can tell they didn't go to like counseling and therapy. They didn't go to relationship courses. I still remember when they put me in anger management and relationship counseling group classes. Are you the passive aggressive? You got your passive people, and then you got your passive aggressive, and then you got your assertive, and then you got your aggressiveness. And then you got your 5 languages. Okay, listen. Don't want to be touched. I don't know. And all this other stuff that feels weird. It makes me feel vulnerable. Okay? All right? It's like irritating. Should it make my butthole clench or something like that? It's no butt plug, but I'm just saying. Butt plugs are fun. Boring. Somebody's very boring. Like, how dare you being so dry? Like, have some type of spontaneous in your life. Maybe you do need a Mr. or a mistress. Go a few rounds with you, huh? Flip a bean. Go get a flicker or a few. What's your preference? Anything. Bob. Somebody could have a full beard. Somebody's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go to Utah. The hell is in Utah? A bunch of Mormons? No shade, you know? Someone's like, that's so mean. Hey, well, they call me, I've been called worse. Have you met my skin color before? Have you ever heard the black jokes? All right. All right. I'm working on it. Somebody can be an active duty or a veteran. Somebody like, you tight wad. You probably wear whitey tighties. You still wear the silk thongs that give you a yeast infection. Do better. Dope. Somebody could be having a conversation via Twitter. Whoever one of these people are, they could have been like active duty or did military or all this stuff. The person with the full beard, they could have been in the military between 89 and 1999. Or they could be discovering some type of old case that could be end up being undercover or recovered. Oh, somebody's undercover. New York Undercover. I missed that show. Somebody under the covers. Somebody could like to listen to the music from the Isley Brothers. Between the sheets, while we making love, surrounding me. Somebody could be born also in 79. Ooh, baby, baby, sharing our love. Somebody, y'all are disgusting. How are you thinking about in the sheets and we just had some serious conversation? Okay. Let me not say serious conversation because I did make that seem so unserious. It's serious, but it's so unserious. Whatever. That was meant to happen to trigger you for a reason. So somebody could have got triggered, but somebody was like, how do you dare make a bad situation so funny? Oh my gosh, I made it funny. Pull the wedgie out. Maybe you was probably sitting there with a wedgie. Wonka. Willy Wonka. Somebody could have Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Or go watch it or something. Somebody's cousins, aunts, and uncles could be gossiping. You know what? These people get on my nerves. You can tell that they got screwed and they never had a finger in their butt. They're annoying. And it is. I don't know what's new. I don't know. Like, maybe you're just as disinterested as I am. Who cares? Okay? Somebody could be a classmate or a coworker. Could also have been working with, like, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, gossiping, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you hire a stripper for them to go to that house? Do they even do those services anymore? You can hire, like, a stripper to go to a house so they can have some type of entertainment and then make sure they wear a cross with a Bible. Be like, go with a trench coat and a Bible. And act like you coming for prayer service. Like, hire a stripper to go to their house on a Wednesday when they doing prayer circle. Do it like that. Surprise! And make sure you get a drag queen while you at it too. Because that probably would make it even more better. They'll be like, you are Satan's. Maybe Satan's asshole. Possibly. I can't confirm or deny. Well, come on. Something about labor. Something happened around Labor Day. It's a marathon. It's a marathon, y'all. The saga continues. Dang, somebody could be like, I knew it. I knew it. Louis Gucci. Somebody could have took some money and spent it on getting like Louis Gucci and some weird stuff. You said your ex anniversary on Labor Day. Oh, you know what? I know, right? Somebody could also feel like someone you're very full of yourself. It's like literally wanting to like, because you remember earlier how I said like somebody, because folks could have been going around town talking about, oh, you got HIV or you got this or whatever. Like I said, they don't do this to ugly people. I'm sorry, not sorry. But the funny thing of it is, it's just like for somebody, even if these were folks trying to come in to knock somebody down a peg or whatever, it's like even if someone, if you even did have that type of disease or something like that, these are people that feel like you consume your life around wanting the things that they have and that they idolize, like it's an importance to you or something like that. These people are weird. It's like either you got a different point of view or something like that, or it's just something that they're not vibing with. It's just something like, it's just like you think different. You just do things different. You handle things different. Like it don't even matter. Like it really don't matter. It's like, first of all, don't get mad at these people because shoot, they can bring to the table whenever they start dating somebody and they can put on the table like, hey, this is what I got going on. This is what I'm into. This is what I like to do. Either you with it or not. It's plain and simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get into a relationship, hey, I got kinks and all this wild side and I love to explore, but however, these are my draw the lines. You know what I'm saying? But also have respect or whatever, or we do this together, or we be in accordance type of thing. I don't care what your mama and your daddy don't have to sit here and do it. I mean, unless it's a thing or something like that. I mean, y'all weird, but shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's something wild, but it's just like some people got so much to say when it comes to your life, but they got to remember it's your life. Okay? It's your life. At the end of the day, it's your life, how you choose to live. Long as you not bringing it to that, you know what I'm saying? Long as you not bringing it to their crib, you not involving them in something that's going to put them in danger. You know what I'm saying? And 10 times out of 10, if I ain't really noticed it and I paid them much attention, a lot of the time it be y'all that brings the money to the table. It's y'all bringing the recognition to the table. It's to be the same ones that they want to isolate. They got so much to say. No, you need to do it this way. You need to do it that way. It's like, first of all, have you realized what you got going on anyway? Why you trying to worry about what I do, what I say, who I screw, where I go, if I'm going back to college, if I'm making businesses, if I'm doing this, who I'm doing a business with, who's this person, who's that person. And then if you go back over here to go pay attention to what they doing, they really ain't even moving nothing. And the spike and the spice in their life, or the topic of the conversation is you pressure. You really doing something. When the topic of everything that they got to do, even if they got to make money, first of all, you wouldn't have got that life insurance policy if I wasn't here, right? You wouldn't have been able to go to that courthouse about some kids or anything if I didn't birth them kids, right? But you quick to talk about it. But if I didn't pop them out, pop go to Weasel because the Weasel go pop. And if I went out here pop that cool, then you know what are we talking about? Also, you upset because I'm not using what I got to get what I want, and I don't have to do that, but I still get what I want. It's looking real like you're that it, right? But then they want you to feel like you ain't ish, or make people feel like, oh, you ain't part of the crowd. We don't want you. First of all, who said I wanted to be there? Like, first of all, me being in my la la Lucy and la 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 da da, whatever it is, it bothers you. Oh, because you want to know what I'm thinking, or you want to know what I'm doing. And then the fact that I decided to go ahead and do what it is that I'm doing and thinking over here with this person, you still got to use somebody else to come back to know what it is that I'm thinking and doing to even come back to you. So who really winning? Knowledge that hits a little bit different. I don't care how traumatized you were as a kid. Don't be sitting there letting somebody guilt trip you into something about what it is you're doing. I don't care if you was a streetwalker. Shoot, you could be a streetwalker today and be a Fortune 500 tomorrow. But it's going to require for you to acknowledge certain things of why you went to certain routes or did certain things. Because, hey, most of the time, some people don't acknowledge the trauma. But you succumb to the low vibration versus sitting there saying, hey, I know this was low vibration. This is what I was taught. But I also can know that there's a better way. And when there's a better way, okay, am I willing to take that risk to learn what that better way is? Some people do, some people don't, and it's cool with it because, hey, they know the finesse. The finesse works for them. It works for them. I'm not going to judge you for whatever it is, because shit, get your money, boo-boo. Get your money, boo-boo. It's not for me to sit there to tell you what you do. As long as you're getting it, but hold on, it's sustaining you. But also, it is your only flexes for you to come hear that. Because, during that time while you was getting that, you know what I'm saying, you could have thought about some other things. Because, unless you Anna Nicole or something like that, to each is their own. But even then, Anna Nicole went young. Everybody want to be forever young. You want to go get them an old man sugar daddy on their grave to go ahead and get that money. But then by the time he gone, the money's still going on. They done partied it up and it's gone either way. So you not really into that. And if anything, the furthest you going to what they call it, psilocybin and Mary Jane. That's as far as you're going with it. Do I love me, Mary Jane? Hey. But Mary Jane, calm your nerves. Calm your nerves. First of all, you getting on my nerves. Y'all getting on my nerves. And when I start talking like I'm a slave plantation granny off the slave fields of back in the 1674 of the 1884, and I gotta feel like I'm talking about what's going on while you're coming to me yard. The rasclad bomber-clot wrong with you. Why you hear me yard? Gotta smack your teeth real silent, because you don't want to get popped in the back of your neck. Or get hit with the flip-flap. You know what I'm saying. But you got to be careful. Just recognize for what it is. Who else we got up in here? A white female that's married with about 1 to 3 children. She got this abortion before her husband realized she had got pregnant. Ooh. See, you see how people come in here and they got secrets. Somebody recently traveled to New York City too. Somebody's name could be Reggie or Purchase some Reggie. Travis. Somebody's name could be Travis. A stay-home mom. I'm getting this is travesty. Amnesty. Somebody could be born in July. Also, somebody dealing with a situation like the movie Acrimony, but in reverse. I don't know if y'all seen that movie Acrimony, but in reverse. so it's a man dealing with somebody that's like that. And I don't, and the crazy part of this is this man is not married to this person. I feel like somebody could have just been messing around and this person is literally off the rocket. Okay. Because this stay-at-home mom could be, husband could be either a doctor, a police officer, officer, or a deputy. Look into it. Look into it. Oh, so okay, so this stay-at-home mom, and if it's like the husband is either like a doctor or in the medical field, a police officer or a deputy, the reason why somebody could have been trying to get rid of a baby or got rid of it because the baby is from a black man from a fire department. Oh, shoot. Or this could have been somebody that did some revenge thing, like, okay, so since you cheated, I'm going to cheat with this man. Oh my gosh. Y'all be wilding out here. It be crucial. But this is what happened when people be so like invested in other people's business. Because this is like somebody like, oh, they always in my business. How they know what's going on and all this other stuff. Like, first of all, you, sir, ma'am, whoever these people are, this is real time going on. This is at real time going on as we speak. And this is like somebody that felt like they was sneaking and geeking to be in somebody else's business. Somebody drive a Mustang, a 2-door car, a Dodge Challenger, a Hellcat, something about fast cars. Something about the fast car. And they trying to block for this to be coming out. They don't want this to come out. Also, somebody could play the keyboard for the church. Okay? This man could be, part of the church community. They could have been part of the Air Force or something like that. They could be indigenous. They could like to feed like the homeless and stuff like that. It's like, I feed the homeless and I do this and I do that. That don't mean a cotton picking thing. That don't mean a gosh darn thing. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, I knew Becky was going to go sleep with that black boy after the department. Well, she needed a way to get back at you, especially if this was like somebody that was like closeted racist or something like that. They got the lick back by doing something like that. And they got that, That's who I ain't not. What do I ain't? Bashful. Hey, ain't no wrong with it. Stretch the throat Also, someone you could be very like open. So as y'all can see, I do not care. Ain't nobody gonna make me feel no way. Like I am who I am. I'm very woman. It's only me. Whatever it is you want now, baby. You can't get next to me. Somebody could hate that. It's like, how is it that you do all of that? Because I'm a natural. Every woman that want to be, and baby, if Grace Jones ain't tell me nothing to be else, is to be free, baby. Be free. Okay. I is happy, I is free, and you is not fit to make me feel like, okay, that just means that you doing something for everybody. Like, what? Because you don't know how to explore yourself and your body and articulate yourself. I'm appalled. But, Everything is not for everybody. Someone, you are a trustworthy individual, and someone wanted to, folks don't trust those folks, or wanted, folks not to trust you type things. Okay? I'm just kidding. Save your virginity. All right, we are not pastors' daughters, okay? Pastors' daughter is usually the first ones to give it up, okay? They're the first ones to lose their virginities, and you be having the audacity. The audacity. Rise, Lazarus. Lazarus. Somebody, you are a demon. Well, wasn't Archangel Michael one too? This is not fair. Somebody's name could be Blair or Claire, Clarissa, Clarence. Somebody could be from Colliers. A cold case is being reopened. That's interesting. So a cold case that's being reopened is due to oh wow. So you know how like when people go scuba diving and stuff like that, and they find certain things that get thrown out in the water. Somebody found something, and it's tied to a case from 1997. 2007 and 2015. Because it's like somebody that's doing something now is correlated to something from like 2015, 17, 2019, 2022. Or it's like conversations of what these people could have been having or doing. It's tying it all together. This is why a cold case is being reopened. Especially that's tied to a real estate investment trust or a real estate investment group. March. Somebody that did something from Homestead. Conversation from Homestead. Somebody also got a hold of something that somebody did. Also, Def Jam Records. Because somebody could have got almost offered a contract with Def Jam, or this is tied to Def Jam. Because also Def Jam Records used to do the stand-up Apollo, the comedy show. So somebody got questioned. Whoever was born in 1969 got questioned. And whoever was born in 1969, they got questioned about something back in 1996. Because somebody tried to convince somebody, no, that ain't such and such kid. Somebody is somebody's kid. Also, there's video or images that they then had on, like, so a cold case as well that went cold back in 96, reopened. It's like a video or image of somebody between the ages of 6 and 9 years old. So all these people that's moving around in this situation, a real estate trust, a trust fund, probate court, litigations court. Also, somebody's got civil rights going on. The hate crime is so crazy. It's coming from your own people. So if you black, it's coming from black people. If you Spanish, it's coming from Spanish people. If you white, it's coming from white people. For somebody, it could be a multicultural or a non-denominational group. but definitely tied into some church people. Something discovered under a waterway near a bridge. Or like a little river, a little lake. You know how like you go over a little overpass or something like that? 2022. Somebody is banking on or hoping somebody just don't remember one small clue. Somebody really banking on somebody not to remember just one small clue. But the clue is already there because it's like whoever these other people that could be looking into it, the question is why the persistent to come for this person? It's like you got all these other people that do the same. Why this one? That's that in the discussion. So the other people that could have been, I'm getting like also on top of that, if there's police reports going on in another city, or the city committee, city hall, a commissioner, something about someone being mentioned, or someone could be mentioning like, oh, they got a crappy character or behavior or whatever this is. Or someone could want to like, oh, they're insignificant. For so much insignificance, what was it to them to go this deep and this far to try to persuade something? Because it's like I can tell what it is, but it's just like, should I say it? Should I not say it? Should I? Should I? Should not? Huh? I can say it, but then also at the same time, it's like the intent behind it. Somebody could be overspending or shopping, or somebody could have had like a habit, or something could have been found in the documents of a receipt. So it's like a receipt of purchase of a car seat. Somebody went in too deep in something. Also, someone could be like, you really can see. You do see something. A black female with politics or with political ties with the state and police. Because this person could be picking up on like inside their home, if they lived in a particular suburban neighborhood, because it's like somebody used to live near like say if I was in Orlando, they'll stay near like Claricona, Ocoee area. That's like coming out past, Hawaii or whatever the case may be. Um, but it's like, right before you get to, Ocoee or Popka, before they got built up and it changed a bit before they start moving into new homes. This person, like, they could be, Senate, Congress, head person over the sheriff department or something like that. But their house, they had it kind of like set up like as if they lived in a mansion, but making do with what they have. Like the gated community, but not gated. Tangelo Park area. What's the name of the other one? Dr. Phillips. It's like making a deal with certain people if you can just sit there and like make a person feel a particular way, because a company could got involved in this, a major company at that. And then the company that they hired was like a Thailand based telephone electronic devices that they use. So it's like if you were to take the SIM cards out of the device, it'll be made from Taiwan. Now, considering certain things depending on where you get it from, and especially when you work for government in the state, um, the electronics and the devices is set up a little bit different. You can tell by the chip. So most of the time, you can just dispose of the SIM chip and not have to worry about getting rid of the phone. Other times, you got to get rid of the SIM and the phone, depending on what it is. But whoever was the recent person that they hired, this black female with political ties to the state and police, that's who they end up hiring from one of their LLC companies or corporations, or one of their financial ties that they have. They used somebody that's from Thailand or Taiwan to go ahead and do this. But also they could have offered to send someone there to go get plastic surgery. A property management. Also, they could have did some type of investment or sent some people over there like, oh, we're doing this and we live in Thailand. So someone's LLC or campaign money or church money or whatever it is that they had, they sent over like 6 to 15 people that could have been surrounding them, some of their friends and family or whatever, to Thailand, because if they had sent them over there to set it up, like if they had to escape just in case this blew up, they could have been plotting this around June to September, because they felt like, okay, something could end up going off. They could have got word about it in December and said nothing, but it was like, well, shoot, to get myself out of it, I'm gonna send this evidence in, and then they could go from there. But I'll just watch from the distance or whatever, and they still be talking their little nonsense on the low, but it's just like they ain't gonna ever know what's going on. Somebody might have to do that Emily Neves, a little basic video, like they got to transform into a woman or something like that just to get out of some situation. Spiritual STD, or they just could be into that. College, somebody like, you really don't know me. I mean, you know, but you don't know, and it's a lot going on here. International sponsorship, business or school. So somebody's like, okay, if you can get them to go along with whatever this is, then cool. But, if you're going to do what it is that you do, one key detail from somebody, if you dealt with somebody and they had an Arizona or New Mexico area code, I ain't going to give out with that, though. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. Because there's somebody sitting there itching like, was they part of this? Like, don't you got a trusted source, or aren't you a reader yourself? So why don't you go discover it yourself, since you know so much and I don't know nothing? Don't sit here and say that I don't know nothing, but you still coming over here for some key details on something way bigger than what it is. That right there. Because somebody like, that's not fair. Actually, it very is. Somebody's name could be Ashley, because somebody's no longer receiving a welfare check, or somebody from New Mexico or had ties to it that could have been in college or here for an international sponsorship, business school, something like that. They could have went along with it, talking about, oh, that person get welfare check. They on welfare. First of all, you don't even know what it is, and you here on foreign exchange. But however, it seems like you was American. You end up doing something you ain't had no business, and in order for them to pay you with this business or from the state, because with this person literally being a property management, traveling to Thailand, part of a corporation. Leo's represents corporations or a company, and this black female with political ties in the state to the police, apparently you was getting welfare checks that you shouldn't have been getting, so you stand in certain things. So if they was sitting there doing something with immigration, why they hitting those people and not hitting you? So that also means whatever it is that you did with another person to get some money off of it, this is some stuff that deserve to be on the news. And then you stalled on a person that you should have been gave some money to back in February, and you still trying to do this. Nah, this is something that deserves the news. Don't sit there and try to say, let's settle this out. Come on, let's talk. Well, let me see if we can send this person in. If we send this person in, could you be like this for her, and whatever the case may be, because somebody know this type of stuff right here deserve the news. Because most people don't, I mean, a lot of people, let me put it this way. I stand corrected. A whole bunch of people care. A whole bunch of people would care. Oh, yeah. With stuff like this being said and this being done, heck yeah, you're going to care. And these people owe you anywhere from $2 to $9 billion that they was eating off of $2 to $9 billion, meaning a person should not ever have struggled. And y'all did all of this. Come on now. And you putting on their name that they got AIDS, HIV, they glitter around, you put them on back page, you trying to traffic them, trick them into certain situations. You sitting there making them be with people that are into the same gender just to play mental, emotional games to force them into submission so they don't see that you doing this, because clearly it's political, especially if someone international is collecting welfare check. Come on now. Come on now. So 100 times out of 10, you gonna sit here and go get other people, they're tarot readers, so I'm gonna make you feel like you insignificant by making sure you don't get the views. I'm gonna report your content. That is common. It's like most of the time, everyone want to keep talking about it. No, I want to keep talking about the ones that I know I need to get, that I know for a fact are tied to it. So I'm 100% sure anybody else that gets involved in it, if they want some, they can get some too. But I know for a fact that these are tied to them. So if I was to go back to the city, but also I'm not dumb enough to sit there and go there, and considering that you use that military record, that it clearly says to self and others, and I already know what I got on me, I ain't got no time to sit there and be playing with you to feel like somebody is stupid. That is like literally trying to insult someone's intelligence. You gotta be a goofy to sit here and fall for this good old okie dokie trap. That's the most highest political trap. First of all, I can see if I wasn't brought up with anybody that didn't have a PhD, that doesn't have a degree. I just didn't get to finish mine, but I did go to college. These are people that really felt like you ain't went to college. First of all, I got a high school diploma. I walked across that stage at Ocoee High School, okay? In Ocoee, Florida. Valencia Community College. Pikes Peak Community College. Trident University International. University of Maryland Global. University of Maryland. The University of Maryland. So quit sitting there trying to play with folks. Yeah, a person could have hopped from education to education to education, but that person went. Also being surrounded by, I can see if I didn't ever go to New Destiny Christian Center, and anybody that went there that lived in the state of Florida already knew. Okay? These are people that feel like they can outsmart people, but the kicker is, it took all of y'all and one person to do this. So the only normal common thing, common sense to me, but not common sense, because I got to remember my common sense is not the next person's common sense. The first go-to is to report, oppress, reject, isolate. Common factor to starve a person out. It's no different to starve a person out to go ahead and cause them to go to mental insanity. I'm going to move things to sit there and make you feel like you're confused or like you misplaced something. I'm going to place a camera in there, so whenever I get ready to use it, I got a kiki kaka internal funny with whatever it is that I'm doing. So to collect the money, I'm going to keep bringing in the person that you really are interested into, but I'm going to tell him new tactics when he come in to keep playing with you. And one of the go-to is that this person can actually have the disease that I'm sending out here saying that you do have, but you don't have yet. But I can send this person in to go ahead and get it. And then you get a child. And then if you go ahead and do that and you get that, and then you try to go back and sue that person, you can't sue that person, but that person can try to sue you. Because we already put your stuff out there. Which way are we doing this? But a person that is not emotionally or psychologically strong It ain't gonna work. So now I'm gonna sit here like, okay, well, we done did all of this. We're gonna pull back. We're gonna act like we ain't doing nothing. We ain't bothering them because we was gonna go for an unlawful traffic stop. Are we gonna go ahead and mess with if you get a rental car? Because I ain't got means of transportation. So the fact that I ain't got means of transportation, there's a chance, a high chance that there's something that's gonna be tampered with, a GPS that shouldn't be there, internal listen to conversation or locating to where I'm going if I decide to go ahead and move, because I will move. I need to know where you move into so I can start there too. But also, I'm gonna get there ahead before you get there, just to go ahead and get a head start about what it is that your pattern is. And that right there is a blind study, unconsented research using you as a guinea pig as for social experiments. That can be proven. And most of the time, a lot of people do not know how to look at what state, what city got the grants to be able to do these things. So that's when you go ahead and try to justify it as a conspiracy theory until you sit there and say, hey, Vieira Beach is running a clinical research study and clinical studies on people with these type of diseases, or possibility can get this, or could have already been diagnosed with this mental health, this disease or that. And you can go in and do this, and they're working with the Veterans Affairs, or they're working with people with Medicaid. They're working with people who got Humana. They're working with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They work with the fire department, those who went into fires and inhaled these type of chemicals. Now, I can see when you're not able to prove that, I can go ahead and try to use this clinical research because police officer, this is a rookie. This rookie ain't tied to any political people. He ain't part of this organization. So we can run this on him. And he lives into this area that we're red zoning at this time. Let's see how we can handle him with this behavior and run in HOA problems. And then we can go ahead and MK because, well, people know about it, but they're not fully versed in it. But we're going to start calling those who's calling out COVID. We're going to sit here and call out this. I'm not here to pick on anybody else or any political person. It's not my business. But it becomes your business when you start affecting someone's living life and you're eating off of money that belongs to them and you thinking it's funny, and then you listening to people who are abusing the judicial system. And the system is really needed, and then you sit in there creating, you are intentionally allowing certain people to create that tension within the community. So how would you expect to get the authentic political votes when you need them, when you're doing such things like this? Because now you creating that same hostility like it was in the early 90s when we had that Rodney King type of thing. You creating the same thing. But I'm going to do it too. I'm going to pick and choose which type of war vets. I'm going to pick and choose what type of people in the LGBT. I'm going to pick and choose what type of minority groups we're going to do it to. I'm going to pick. And you sitting there getting, and first of all, you're going to use certain people as guinea pigs. Why don't you use the stupid ones that's sitting there going along with the program? First of all, can we reinvent the wheel? Since you can go ahead and impede on someone's free will, can we reinvent the wheel real quick? Because trust and believe me, there is way more people willing to be a goer because they're not willing to face their trauma versus those that's willing to go ahead and heal and switch up the trauma. Okay? Like they used to say, save the drama for your mama. Mine ain't here. You got to make logical sense out of it. So now you're using these political things, but you're getting international people and you're putting them in particular states and allowing them to go ahead and get these type of welfare checks when there's people that really need that welfare check that you could have been using for HUD-VASH. You could have been using that for people that need to go ahead and housing authority, Section 8, welfare, food stamps. And now you'd have made it so much difficult for those who need it, but you going ahead and give them extra food stamps or helping them with DCF and CPS cases and giving these kids back to people that's going ahead and selling for a rock. Or they not even passing their drug tests, and the people that are passing theirs, they don't get their kids back. But the ones that ain't passing it, you can control them and you can still get your incentive off of them because you know, well, shit, somebody gonna call in the next 2 days or 2 weeks. But by the time that 2 days or 2 weeks come, most of the time them kids is gone, missing, hurt, or harmed. and then be worried about if somebody gonna do something for a campaign and want to keep it a secret, and you using other people money that can go ahead and do something. But it's funny because oh, the position that you in, your money looking funny, so you eating off of other people, regular civilians that don't know that they had a 401k left to them. They don't know if they had trust funds left to them, state funds, property, old homes that they could have flipped and made investments on it, and they ain't got to do all of this. It's disrespectful. Oh, you're ditzy because you didn't say anything and you didn't report it. Does it mean I got to report everything? No, it just means that I'm tolerating things that I know I have a zero tolerance with. But considering like, hey, you playing with my money, so you know you got to handle this a little bit strategically, and I got to make sure any type of evidence that I collect on it, I got to make sure I articulate it, and I articulate it so efficiently and precisely and pristine that even a dummy that still feel like a book for dummies or chicken noodle soup for the soul is going to make so sense that, hey, this would have took somebody 2 years to 12 years to even comprehend it, and I went on ahead and said it within an hour. Come on now. This ain't no April Fools. But April Fools is right around the corner, ain't it? They make certain things that's not complicated more complicated than what it's intentionally meant to be. It's like literally somebody sit here and watch me, and as you seen that my temperature went from hee-ha-ha to now this is real serious. Because whoever's coming in, it's like, I want you to feel some type of way. If you don't take I really want to say some words, but I know it ain't going to be nice. Stick to your plan. A black male, dark-skinned police officer. Yeah. You out here sitting here talking about somebody getting welfare or something like that. Come on now. These people look like clowns. You could tell, like, if they was in school and stuff like that, you could tell they wasn't the cool kids. Well, if you go back to the yearbook, guess what? They became a commissioner. Guess what? They became a... I bet you did, because you got picked on a lot. You did, didn't you? It shows. It shows. That's a schizo, see? They're a schizo. Like, if you don't sit your goofy and down, turn your side hustle into full time, someone gonna poke a hole in something. Your happiness matters. Somebody could be feeling like, I want to destroy your happiness at all means. Baby, it's just so many disgruntled people that works my nerves. Like, I'm a petty person. Like, oh, you did me dirty? Come here. I'm going to lay up with you just because I know I can, because I need you to go back into the community and tell them I was gullible and I needed your attention. So I went on ahead and gave him some wop real quick so he can go back so y'all can get that little narrative you needed, right? Big whoop-de-doo. Like, first of all, it requires for me to have some emotions and really care. Like, what? These people are just, bruh, I couldn't make it up if I tried. A female pastor or a minister, it's like, I got to get up off of this because I feel like I'm attacked, or they picking it. Like, nah, you picked that yourself when you decided to go ahead and do that. A female minister, pastor. Like, this is a disgrace. This is why people don't be wanting to go to church now. Like, to me, this is the ultimate disrespect. Like, if Jesus was still here and we got a chance to meet Lazarus for real, like, this is like literally, these people will be literally spitting and slapping in his face right now, bruh. I swear. Like, you literally spitting and slapping in his face talking about blasphemy. Ain't no blasphemy. You out here trying to comfort somebody's life and you got to sit here and try to manipulate. Deception and manipulation is part of chaos or whatever you call the devil or evil. So are we not reading Job? Are we not reading John? Are we not reading Ephesians? Are we not reading the book of Revelations? Did you not go through Amos? Okay. All right. But I also feel like the way you're going about it, didn't they do this to Jesus? But y'all really acting like Judases. I mean, y'all really acting like what Judas did. Call me Jesus then. Call me Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. The fuck? You so no, it ain't no disrespectful. What disrespectful is that you sit here and try to do this and y'all moving like worse than thieves. And then the audacity to sit there and try to do certain things. He that find a good thing, find a good wife. Well, shoot, half the time the men are becoming the new wives. Okay, whether you understand like the size of what the enemy is carrying, clearly you need to know your enemy so you know what the enemy is doing, period. Evil, bad, the good, bad, the ugly. Either you're going to understand it. It ain't about you knowing. It's either you understand it or get out the way, or you're going to succumb to it, period. It ain't about whatever it is, if it's evil or not. I hate when people be talking about evil this, evil that. Okay, apparently gossip is evil. It's chaos. Is it not? Gossip create chaos, and especially when it's rumored and not verified, you created chaos. That's evil. So if you running your mouth about certain things, shut up. I'm not going to be the one of them people you're going to come here talking about, I don't care, I don't care. In order to know what evil is, you have to exist in it. And in order to exist, one don't exist without the other. In order to hate, you must love. In order to know what God is, you must know what evil is. And most of the time, I don't know what evil is. Apparently, you didn't know that you was an evil soul that needed to be saved by Jesus Christ to go ahead and save your soul, to redeem you for every time that you committed a sin. So how else are you able to go to a Catholic church and say, Father, I am here to commit to you to denounce my sins? You got to go on about that. Those same people sitting there like, ooh, let me go ahead and let me clutch my pearls real quick. That got a little bit deep to it. I feel a little vulnerable. Of course you will. You'll be okay, Sugarfoot. I mean, I come in peace. I come in peace. You can come back in. You okay? I won't give you pow today. Now, how you decide to come in? How you decide to come on in? It's on you. I come in peace. I come in peace. I come in peace, Sugarfoot. I come in peace. Because it's that peace. Be still. My peace. Hallelujah. But yeah, like the realest thing, like whoever that person is, they just left out of the room because it's like, I just see somebody walking off with the stank face. Like what? Like what? Like first butt. Like my stink butt. You can't control what another person is going to feel or think about you at all. Like at all. Somebody like my little stink butt. Who's over here questioning? It's a woman that's questioning, like, do I like women because I like you? And I like, girl, I like me too. I like me too. Because I followed you, I would like me too. Because I was a girl. But I have to be I got to be in my man energy right now. Because ain't nobody gonna ever save you. You got to save yourself first, baby. Source energy most high, that's in its all temple, necessary love temple. My body is my temple, baby. And I'm gonna love it. Thou should not be boastful. Nah, that's okay. I appreciate you, having, an understanding. Please don't do that. I appreciate that. Silk Sea Clo. They said once upon a time I had a sibling named Chloe. Eastern Star, frat sorority, or a Mason. Ooh, you over there questioning yourself. Oh, they said, don't ever be sitting there worried about what somebody else think and feel about you. A Hispanic female that's in law, they can be light skinned. A female with ties to construction, railroads, investments, a phone call center, Gemini. Somebody could be planning to getting rid of a kid, or could be doing rituals for somebody not to have a kid. Okay. I'm childish, y'all. Let me create. Ooh, somebody could be pregnant with spirits. Do the Holy Ghost. Child. Disrespect is not tolerated. Somebody who wears a hijab that work at a restaurant. There was somebody that worked in the hospitality and they said they do not want to smoke no more, okay? An absentee owner. You welcome, Sugarfoot, because everybody needs some. Focus on family. Focus on, getting your money, your coins. Somebody could be wanting to go to the Netherlands. Or, to manifest. There's certain things that you can manifest. You ain't got to do all that extra stuff to manifest. Certain simple things that can change for you to do manifestation. Somebody could be Afro-Latino or Latina. ¿Qué te pasa? Someone, you have been very grateful, so don't be questioning yourself. I know I question myself all the time. Whoever you are, don't question yourself. Because I'll be sitting there like, Lord, am I being ungrateful? I really be like, am I being ungrateful? Because it's like I'm grateful for every experience, even my bad experiences. Like, I hurt my heart for a stupid boy. It was a boy, it wasn't a man. But I'll still do it again. And it's like, I didn't learn my lesson. But I did I learn my lesson, God? Like, I don't appreciate, like, why you stressing me like this? I really sometimes be feeling like God be laughing at me, like, listen here, child, sit down. Like, you ain't, like, little girl, sit down somewhere. Woman, like, you don't have to call me woman like Jesus called Mary, okay? Like, you don't call me that. And then I be getting all a little emotional and be like, chin up, chest out, motherfucker. Act great. Because it's like, let me tell you something. Don't ever allow somebody to dictate how your prayer is. God know how you come. To come as you are. And some of you come in with a cigarette in your mouth, a cup of coffee, sit there scratching your head, and whatever the case may be. He know who you is, okay? All right? Him knows who you is, okay? The Most High know I'm going to be coming in with me some Mary Jane, a cup of tea, and I might be cussing every Tuesday. I'm only a Christian on Tuesdays. Now, every other day, I could probably go talk to Buddha. I'm going to go chill with the Quran, with Allah. I'm going to sit over here and find out and understand the Chinese folks. Because it's like, you told me to be universal. You said you everywhere. So I ain't that the Christianity is the religion, and I'm meant to just respect everybody's religion. So I'm respecting it. So I go chill with everybody. So it just means I just got a little bit of commitment issues. But he ain't got to call me out like that. But as long as I'm sitting there saying Jesus is Lord, and I submit to my sins about what it is, because I ain't perfect. Still got a whole bunch to learn, but also I know how to pray. Okay. I could be a Baptist on Monday. I could be over there, speaking halal on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It'd be okay. It's like, can I drink some wine? Because you did turn water into wine in the Bible. So long as I'm not messing with swine, I'm cool. I love everybody. I love everybody. Because I mean, if I didn't love everybody, how else was the gay boys going to teach me how to stretch my throat and go ahead and do the thing from the rooter to the tutor? Okay? I mean, I got to love everybody. You got to love it. Because I mean, how would I know that I like my throat punished like that? Like, oh my gosh. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Things happens every day. It's like, baby, oh, you want me to touch my toes and my ankles? It was like, you are my wild child. I'm very convinced that the Most High must be like, you are my wild, rebellious child. But I do honor thy word. I do honor it. It might be a bit much for those who don't have much personality. It's like, you're just too much. We're not prepared. Clutch your pearls. Clutch your pearls. Let your balls drop. Clutch your vagina. You'll be okay. Someone tried to make you change your mind, and you said, nope. Good try. So when you're a healer, you're grateful. You're appreciative for all the moments in your life, good or bad, ugly, happy, or sad, whether you're mad or glad. And if they're mad, go get them a trash bag. They'll be okay. So when you're going to start seeing the mood change, because it's like, how dare you get people to see certain things and you have people convinced to show that you're sane. That company or official is corrupt, greed, and it's a RICO charge. Someone had a dream, and in that dream, someone had said a name, and you had seen someone's face, and whoever face you had seen, it's going to be a fair warning for them. Because somebody could be like, you're so obscene. Hey, it gets very mysterious. We rule Pluto. Then they get rid of Pluto because they felt like Pluto didn't have too much on there. Scorpio rules Pluto. You know what I'm saying? You know how real of a planet you got to be for them to get rid of the solar system because they couldn't figure out how to go ahead and enter you. You got to be a beast. I might be a little obscene. I might be a little toxic sometimes. What do you say? Brendan, don't be like me. Something wrong with me. Every time I see his name on my phone, you might as well mind your business. That's all you gotta tell people. Mind your business. That's it. Don't trust us. All we do is fight in what? Some sort of dealing with a doctor has been illegal. So somebody gonna have like something going on, right? A government state compensation will be coming someone's way. Okay. Because someone you're gonna end up having a dream, and in that dream, depending on who you see or it's something that's said, like especially when you wake up and you can still remember what comes out in that dream, 10 times out of 10 is either a warning or something you need to pay attention to. And most of the time it's part of a premonition of whatever it is of you using your discernment, depending on what you have going on in your environment. So you got to be super, super observant most of the time. You know, pay attention to who you have around you, what's going on. Some dark skinned woman that's a friend with a deputy that slept with someone for a favor. Somebody got a friend or a family feud that's about to go on, or like somebody did some fraud. Someone you deserve way better. Someone that's a barber. I would have been finished with my barber and stuff. You sons of. Okay. Honesty can't be punished in my eyes, but who am I going to send her? Myself but lies I don't fuck with. I can't stand a liar. Like, two rules in my world, everyone knows. I say it time to time. You only have two rules in order to exist around me. Don't lie to me and don't cross me. That's it. Like, it's that simple. Don't lie to me and don't cross me. Okay? Lying includes faking. Don't fake it till you make it, because I'm going to call you on it and then you're going to be triggered. But as long as you don't lie to me and don't cross me, me don't care. Me don't care. Someone needed a full panel testing. They found all the alias, emails, screen names, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or a business account. A YouTube tarot reader cloaking their energy in your readings. So if you do readings or something like that, this person could be born in March, April, or November, or July. That they be cloaking themselves in your readings. Or if you go get readings, these people cloak themselves to get readings on you and what you have going on with you, around you, who's coming towards you. If you get in a relationship, if you get in business, if you get money, they cloak themselves to try to figure out what you got going on. Most of the time, they cloaking themselves to figure out what they got going on. Because I'm getting like somebody is losing the capacity to look into something that they want information on, and they not able to do it no more. So they've been coming to like cloak themselves to figure out what it is that you got going on. But they haven't been telling people that. So it's just like they could go back into their lives, and it's like where this person, like if they doing the reads, they no longer reading the comments as much as they used to, due to the simple fact, because it's like, oh no, I'm just trying to concentrate because I'm just trying to figure something out, instead of just trying to respond to the people in the crowd or whatever. But this person is no longer able to do that because somebody's being found out to be like fraudulent. Because it's like, well, I need to know what this person, like their focal is like, to know what you got going on in your life. Somebody name could be Kelly. Also, somebody could have listened to that song, Motivation. Roll over. Don't you dare slow down. Somebody could have been part of a militia or born in the 1970s. They could be renting a home, apartment, or approved, or trying to get somebody that if you get to a home, apartment, or something like that, or somebody could be trying to do a favor or whatever it was. It's like somebody saying, oh, I did this type of favor for you, and whatever the case may be. Somebody from Italy or tied to Italy, or somebody could want you to go there. But it's like whoever this person is from Italy could have been part of like a militia, or also this could be a person that's like over, like somebody is overstepping the boundary, trying to figure out like what you got going on. Like they cloak themselves in a reading. Somebody from Italy, or somebody could be born in 1970s. They could have been also been getting warnings in their dreams about doing something. But it's tied to Italy. Italiano. Somebody born in March or November. March, November, April, or May. September as well. Why is these folks so busy in somebody's business? Kelly or Kelly? Yeah, I said them names. And somebody could be part of a clinical research experiment. So whenever they did this, is dealing with a home, an apartment, or approved. This person from here could have been aware of this. They could have also worked with this militia or this group or this tarot reader just to figure out, like they can group up and gather things. This is also someone who offered these people Groupons whenever they found out that some people was getting like money from like the gifting system out there on TikTok or Instagram, Facebook. I don't know what's going on Instagram or Facebook, what changes, but I know on TikTok they was gifting. Prior to, they was doing gift cards. Other than that, giving certain people incentives like going to food places, Chipotle, and all that other stuff. But it was part of a clinical research experiment. Mm. I hope it ain't that weirdo be playing at my door at night. I got something that's gonna hold ya. All right. We got an Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So with Aries, it's like something getting over on an obstacle, or somebody felt like they was getting over on somebody that was born between April 13th and May 14th. I mean, you can, but most of the time, either it only becomes a trueness show whenever you just not acknowledging for what it is. But then it's like once you create or know exactly how the sublimation or the thing is working, it takes away from them actually still using you as a guinea pig. So you more or less will be where it's the ratio of the full 11. Now you go to the 411. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you calling out for it is only so much control that they can do with you in order to still use control experience experiment information versus uncontrolled and then blind study of those not being fully aware of those. So like the analysis will be thrown off once you be able to speak on it, especially when you are fully aware that you didn't sign a POA, it's not consented, or the information. But the key of it is you must reiterate that this is non-consented of being included, because as legal binding, whenever they get these grants and things and they're working with these institutions of doing these social experiments, clinical research experiments, and it's done with blind studies, it's done with statistical studies, analytical studies, also close range and things like that, you must certify and justify that you are not consenting in each area. And at that point, depending on what's the ratio of what exactly they're looking for, it would literally require for you to do some digging. And most people are so glued to the phone and not glued to getting the information of what it is, because sometimes you'll find most of it unless they got your device. You take yourself to the public library to read up on the information, especially when it comes to being aware of clinical research. Get order books or whatever the case you need to get be well informed. So when the time do come, either you can be compensated or you just going to be sitting there getting whatever it is that they give you and be like, look, I can give you therapy. They'll put you under a gag order, you know, an NDA or whatever the case may be. But it also does not allow you to be uh proactive, as you will be like, okay, well, I know what type of experience it is. And when they're not able to get a real round idea of what type of person you are, would you be a person that can affect the masses, or are you the people that can be able to just a little bit of number? They're going to still try to keep you in a controlled social experiment, and you don't want to be in that, especially if it's not consented. Because when they know that you're not consenting to it and they feel like they can't get you into the submission or conforming, the conformative aspect of what it is that they need to make the theory, the thesis, or to make up the made up data of whatever it is they trying to perform or get the outcome from for whatever it is that they trying to elevate, whether it's chemical, nuclear, socially, food, GMOs, whatever. Once you go ahead and conform into it, you do that settlement or gag order, that NDA, at that point, say that you do want to help people, you are no longer going to be able to do that. And depending on what that clause is, that clause could be anywhere from 5 to 15, 20 years. And in that 5 and 15, 20 years, they're going to probably tell you, you can't write no story, you can't have this, you can't have that. Are you willing to do that for whatever it is that they give it? But also, now I'm still in control and conforming you to what it is that you can say and do. So you still getting your civil rights or your amendments or your constitutional rights taken from you, and your free will is still taken from you regardless. So which one is you choosing? That's no different than if you get in the music industry, you making some good music, but you're not in control of the music, right? You're not in control of your artistry. You're not in control of what it is that you can put out there, right? You're not in control of how much of the royalties you're going to get. Is it going to go to the companies? Is it going to come to you? Are they getting, 75%, you only getting the other 25% when you know you deserve the 75 and they should only get 25, right? Or, it's every 5 cents per something where you're supposed to get $5.11 and you only getting the 5 cents per, per play. Certain things like that. So the research of that, the capacity and the things of it is, I mean, you could be nonchalant, but you're gonna have to be real super creative of, hey, every dog has his day, right? Someone really wants to apologize. Somebody could be a construction worker. We got rented home. Somebody could want to do something nice for you. Because it's like, it's giving real confusion energy of making it perceive as nobody's going to do something for you because of your behavior and your actions. That's why no one want to do anything for you, or you're hard to work with, or you're pushing people away, whatever the case may be. This is very stupid. Genuine money and business opportunity, a stockbroker, YouTube, a trader university, a site. Somebody's getting a lot of different opportunities. You're going to have to look at certain things, especially when it comes to your plans. Someone, didn't I say earlier, somebody going to end up having to sue some individuals or a group? It's just like, for somebody, I feel like you're going to end up changing your mind, because I feel like these are people that could probably want to wait until May 11th. They supposed to have did something back in February. I feel like somebody is like, look, at the end of this month, I'm trying to move around. They're going to try to stop you from moving around, or whatever the case may be, because it's like, well, I still need to go ahead and prove this for this round. Like, no, it don't work like that. Whatever this is, even if they still got something in court, somebody's going to be overruled, overturned, dismissed, or whatever the case may be, or whoever's going to end up coming in the midst of it. They're going to end up making these people like, look, either you're going to give it to them, or I'm going to sit here and make sure that this person get whatever it is. Because it's like, in certain instances, the judge can get any lawyer that is either qualified under certain things, that they will have to represent you. So sometimes it'll be like pro bono or something like that. I forgot what's the name of it. That's messed up. I'm sorry, sweetheart. But make sure use your voice. Use your voice. Monday, herbal medicine. Yep, short stocking. Somebody could be shortchanging some folks, or want to try to shortchange. It's like, if you supposed to get 11, they give you 6. Also, somebody could be still trying to impersonate something or someone. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to perceive to be on their good side. They still don't know it's me, so I'm going to still keep pretending or playing with this person. And the fact that they don't know it's me, pretend like being them, I'm going to keep playing this role. Like, it's like fake supporting a person, and then like playing with their mind. Like, I made you grieve, I hurt you, made sure you got all this loss, but then I'm going to come in, trigger you to be aware of a certain thing. But also, it's just like, it's literally, I'm getting Fontaine, looking to literally like shake somebody's foundation, awareness, make you feel like you at a loss. But it's definitely a lawsuit. Somebody's name could be Daphne or Delphine, Delphine, Delphina. Yeah. Transformation success. February 7th to the 13th, or February 7th to the 21st. Oracle Delphine from Rome, from Greece. I want to say, Delphine was from Greece or Rome, one of the two. Athens. It's from one of those. They all share the same place. Dysphagia. Somebody could be dealing with dysphagia. Also, somebody's name could be Deasia. Deasia. I'm gonna take a minute to I got 4 kids. Go look into the tax laws or information. You gotta go look into that. Yeah, the intent is to keep somebody trapped in fear and anxiety. It's like, because the plan for somebody, somebody's name could be Leah. Aaliyah, Jalea, Layla, Sheila. That somebody wants someone trapped in fear. For somebody, don't be trapped in fear. Because I feel like the more that someone is in this constant state, because it's like grave mistake. Wisdom about property and land. Because I'm getting somebody saying, oh, I guarantee we fit to have them feeling some type of way. It's like it's like the same repeated thing. Who is these people? Somebody's name could be Shalita, Lita, or something like that. Melita, I don't know. Somebody balance is about to be restored. Because whoever these folks is, honey, they is aggravating. Because it's like, it's an ongoing type of thing. And I'm tired of sitting here talking about this. Cancer dysphagia. Oh, okay. Somebody got that going on. Or they wanted somebody to do that, or something that was supposed to be given to like reoccur. This is people that want to interrupt somebody's healing, but somebody is coming to an end. It's about to come to a tragic end for whoever these folks is, because it's like intimidation due to intellectual property or intellectual insight about a certain matter or a subject. Somebody you can look very handsome, very beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, God forbid that you look how you do and you have intellect. Like, gag. I mean, give me a good size dang wang and like, stop. It's like, my goodness. Knock the cobwebs out. Tie me up in a bristle. Go ahead and swing me and slap me in the back of my neck. Like, what is this? I'm my bad for the analogy, but I mean, like, golly. Like, does everything has to be so sexual with you? Maybe you should be a little bit more, okay? Let your flower floral, okay? Apparently, you don't get enough of a flora. Oh, do you got a rose? Do you got a pocket? Okay, you knew where I was going with that, right? Okay, it should be 18 and up. It's like late in the hours right now, right? I'm not good for yourself, okay? The fuckers, I mean, it's tragedy. It's only money anyway, and they need to lie each other. One person will take out the other. Don't stress it. You'll get some good confirmation around June 11th. I know you guys been going at it because it's like, aha, trick, I'm gonna get you back. I know what your intentions is. You fit to get the trick back, and I don't blame you. I'm all for the cause. I'm with you when you're right. Okay? Always, oh, we got this and we coming for these type of things. Who gives a sugar honey iced tea? Make sure you give me your cotton nail wipes. I might open it for you. Someone's coming in, like somebody's like, I want to, oh my gosh, I want to work with this person. Somebody's about to be crying like that for real. Somebody's about to have a cry. Like, what the? Like, this person is really cool. Like, oh my God. Because I refuse to be a complicit. Okay, Tupac. I ain't mad at you. Because somebody was like, I want people to judge you because you're weird. I am weird. And I like my weird self. And if you don't like me, somebody else gonna like it. You raggedy wolf. Find you something better to do, because bothering me in these type of hours is not the nicest thing. I'll be so tapped into your world, it'll be so scary, and you're gonna feel impure. You're gonna feel like I violated your whatever it is that you decide to have. Why are people laughing? What's wrong, Sunflower? I know I feel like a fool too. You laughing at me? It's all right. Honey, feel comfortable here. No laughs. We laugh together. Ish happens every day, okay? Honey, honey, listen. Sometimes rage come in. Hawk says, okay? Like sometimes you gotta be a little bit incredible hawk. Or drink you an incredible hawk, okay? That requires you to go get some hypnotic. But no need to do that. What the hell are you embarrassed about? The hell you if you over here you flipping embarrassed. I mean, I don't know what to tell you because it ain't ish to be embarrassed about. However, in your defense, it's healthy and safe that you are acknowledging the fact that you are feeling embarrassed. That's the first step in you doing the most healthiest thing that you can ever do in your life is acknowledge the fact that you felt embarrassed. Now, the thing of what you decide to do from there, motherfucker, is what you gonna do from there. Okay. The fact that you felt embarrassed, you sat with it, we laughed about it together. Okay, because ain't nobody laughing at you, because ain't nobody laughing at her, laughing at that person's pain. I mean, maybe you deserved a little bit calmer, maybe you didn't. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not my business to start digging in your business, because your business ain't got shit to do with me. So what we can do is that the fact that you honors the fact that you is feeling embarrassed, motherfucker, what is we doing? What would you like to do so we can go ahead and do that? But also it's going to require for you to be a little bit patient with yourself, with the aspect that you felt a little bit. Because most of the time some people feel embarrassed, that's why they don't want to do that. You got a sleeve up your leg. Well, I should get a sleeve on my vagina. I mean, shit, Sharita, why are you saying that out loud? But I mean, hey, to each his own. You got a sleeve up your leg, and I might decide to get a sleeve on my hoo-ha. That's great things. That means we're doing great things in the world. Bold. Very bold. On lack of better words, we're doing great things in the world today. Somebody is just like, yo, do you have a chill or a filter? No. And if you don't like it, you can go. Okay. It's like some type of hour in the morning, and I don't know what time it is. And it's on a weekday. And plus, I'm only a Christian on Tuesdays, and I cuss most days on a Tuesday. Is there anything else? There you go. Thank you. Exit the room. See? You see? We can work together. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Somebody's like, I feel so offended. If you're offended by me, you're not a loving person. That's how I know you're not a good person. If you get offended by me, I know you're not a good person. I feel like I'm very outstanding. I feel like I'm pretty cool. Harsh, but I feel like I'm pretty cool. If I ask so myself. A lot of people is just not accustomed to a lot of personality, and that's okay. Some people be like, I'm very suspicious. Are you a little gay? Everybody's a little gay sometimes, okay? Nothing wrong with it. But I keep it to myself though. I can only be gay by watching a flick. Outside of that, it's just like, I like everything about a man's in the third wheel. Everything about a man in his third leg. Mind y'all business. Now, back to regular programming. One split a day, keep the evil away. No promotion of those type of things. I don't condone it, but if that's what you choose to do, make sure you just be effective about what it is that you do, because somebody is getting, why I can't get away from somebody getting shortchanged. Somebody's sitting here like, oh shoot, money. I'm trying to catch up. Other than that, let me get over here before somebody try to report it. Like, she's being very vulgar. Plus, I want some juice. Y'all want some juice? Y'all want some juice? Anything else? Somebody sit here watching like I'm mad at you. Somebody born either February or December sitting here, I'm mad at you. No, you're not. You actually want to kiss me. Let me quit. Baby, I'm a whole vibe. I'm a whole vibe, baby. You can't ever be mad when you're around me. You cannot ever be mad when you're around me. And even when you're mad, it's like you're going to give me what I want. I get what I want. I'm a spoiled little brat. I'm a big baby. I'm a very big baby. I'm not ever an angry bird. I'm mean, but I'm the sweetest person you know. But I'm a whole vibe. And I'm a lover. I'm a hugger. Not anymore. I don't like to be touched. I'm mean as hell, though. In real life, I'm very mean. But I'm very loving at the same time. It's just a walking contradiction. But it's a whole vibe. I'm glad that you all felt comfortable. Glad that you came here on this episode of this 2 hours of laughing and enjoying yourself. Because a lot of you came here, I enjoyed myself. Even though the haters came in and they was all in their little feelings and stuff like that. Of course, like, how you know? Because you can smell, I smell a jealous wench around here somewhere. It's a jealous little wench in here. Eye itching and twitching and stuff. Got boogers in your nose. You be alright. It's like, I want you to feel sad. Like, who does that? Who feels sad? Most of the time, you gotta be happy that people are leaving. Like, oh, I finally got some peace. Energy. Of course, you can catch me anytime. I'm always live. So, I'll be probably back later on today. Probably. I don't know. Most likely. Heavily likely. So I'll catch you guys later. Because I need to get some juice and I got to go pee. So.